4 reasons for that, which I explained in an editorial in the Post-Record. First one is this project was not included in the 2010 budget, so we had to come up with $45,000 to contribute to this project. Second one is that it's funded primarily with federal stimulus monies. I'm not in favor of that because of what it's doing to the country. Third one is that no technology that relies upon government subsidies, and this one does, is ready for adoption by municipal governments because there's risk involved, and risk belongs more appropriately in the private sector than in municipal government. The fourth one is that project supporters have promised savings in excess of the $45,000 in matching city funds to be invested, and the possibility of new jobs if the LED company that produces these things moves here. And I would be thrilled to see either or both of those outcomes. I just don't think either one of them are in the cards. And so I'm going to vote against this thing tonight.
Other comments, questions? Okay, I've got a motion and a second to authorize the mayor to sign the professional service agreement submitted by MKE and Associates, Inc. for the drafting of the bid packets for a contractor to install T8 lighting in accordance with the EECBG program. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
No.
Roll call.
Councilmember Greenlee?
Aye.
Councilmember Shoemaker?
No?
Councilmember McDaniel?
Aye.
Councilmember Belivar?
No.
Councilmember Poston?
Aye.
Councilmember Morris?
Aye.
And Councilmember Wesson?
No.
Motion carries. With that, that brings us to the end of the regular agenda. At this point, the council has an executive session to discuss labor negotiations, actually property discussions, not a transaction itself. Rod?
I'd like to make one comment before everybody leaves, and that has to do with making sure that we all turn on our microphones. I know that Barbara's here and obviously does not see us. She sees us with her ears. And so I want to make sure that all of us speak clearly and speak loudly into the microphones. And also at the workshops, which is our worst time. I've had 2 people come and tell me that at the workshops, they're almost at the point of not coming back to the workshops to even listen because they can't hear. So we have to make the honest, exceptional effort to make sure that we speak into it. Last workshop, I noticed that on this side of the table, we were looking up. The other ones turned and looked up at it, and then they had a private conversation here. If we're going to speak to the public or speak loudly enough for them to hear, we all have to speak up and direct our voices towards those, either this speaker or the little ones that are on the table. But I've heard several comments lately that please speak up so we can hear it.
Are the ones on the table, are they amplification or are they just recording?
But it's when you're facing the other way, it just simply doesn't pick it up. Thanks, Mr. Mayor.
You bet. Okay, so council will be adjourning downstairs to the employee break room. Mr. Scott, if you would join us, Mr. English, Ms. Cephalo, and Chief Mitchell, if you join us for the police portion. Again, executive session on labor negotiation and property discussion, 45 minutes or so approximately,
No action to follow?
with no anticipated action whatsoever to follow, but you're welcome to stick around. We will be adjourning back into regular session before we,
Talks about House Bill 2060, if you have an interest in some of the details
Before we
of
adjourn.
that, and how they're going to, why the interlocal is necessary, and some of the funding and what's happening with it. You're welcome to have that if you want. It's very informative. You're welcome.
just made it through another meeting, we're still here.